evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Africa International House program on CAN TV. And we are going to talk about the African Festival of the Arts, the upcoming African Festival of the Arts, which is going to take place Labor Day weekend, September 1st through the 4th. Those of you who have never been to the festival before, this is a time for you to come. Mark it on your calendar. My name is Abdul Brahima. I'm a member of the African International House Board of Directors. And as far as African Festival of the Arts is concerned, I'm also the Director of Vendor Relations / Exhibitors, Director. Well, those of you who don't know what African International House is all about, we are the promoters and producers of African Festival of the Arts. This year is going to be our 28th year of having the festival in Washington Park on the south side, 51st and South Cottage Grove. I'm having a little bit of a mouthful of address. It's 51st and South Cottage Grove. That is where the location is. So mark your calendar. Again, the calendar is September 1st to the 4th. That's when we're going to have the festival, Labor Day weekend. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you have to, you're going to be seeing at the festival. The festival has been going on for almost 28 years, as I said, and we attract quite a few thousands of people within the 4 days. We have vendors. We have over 300 vendors coming from all over the world. In fact, as I speak to you today, I just went in there, to Office Depot to send a letter of invitation to one of the, actually a couple of the vendors coming all the way from Mali, to come and showcase, the Malian fashions and art and craft. We have other people coming from Niger. Majority of our people come from all over West Africa as well as East Africa. So to make it short, they come from all over the world. In addition to that, they also come from here in Chicago, from the Midwest, and all the way throughout our country here in the United States. Everybody comes down to showcase their God-given talent, and they're all African-centered. When we say African-centered, doesn't mean you have to go to Africa, to bring the artifacts here. As long as you're of African descent and you have the talent to showcase your talent at the festival, please call us, or go to our website, and our website is aihusa.org. AIHUSA, our country USA.org, or you can call us at 773-955-2787, and that's our number. However, if you have any questions for me, you see the number on the screen. You can always call in, and if you have any questions for me, I'll try to answer them before the time is over. Now let's get back to the festival. On that particular day, you are going to experience what we call a typical African marketplace. We try to simulate a typical marketplace in any part of Africa. So the first 4 days that you're going to be there, you're going to feel as if you are in Africa. I always tell people, and I even joke about it, that this is the only time you get so close to Africa. You don't need no visa. You don't need no passport. You don't need all those shots. You don't need them. Okay? Just for 4 days, you need to come down on 51st and Cottage Grove in Washington Park on the south side of Chicago, and you are going to experience what we call a unique taste of Africa. Talking about taste, we have food from all over Africa, from here, from the south, you name it. When you come down there, you get to to smell the food, and then you get to taste the food. So we got people coming from all over. Believe it or not, most of the food vendors are also from out of town. So you need to come down there and experience that taste of Africa in that particular area of the festival. Now, talking about area of the festival, we got about 6 different areas Oh, I understand we got a caller. So let me stop here and let's take the call. Yes, caller, you're on the line.
Hi, I'm really excited about this year. I'm just wondering if you have any new headlining acts. What are your acts this year?
I can hardly hear you.
What are your headlining performers this year?
Oh yes, we have. Are you saying do we have some performance and you want to know who they are?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
please.
Yes. Okay. Right now we got a couple of performers that we know they are definitely gonna be there, and we are recruiting some more. The ones that we know definitely are gonna be there. This in Wise Cliff. In fact, let me show you some of the images. That you're gonna be seeing in terms of performance. We have Wizkid, he's coming. Taylor Bennett is his official name, but he's well known as Wizkid. And then we got Jean rather. I'm sorry, Wycliffe Jean. And then just to give you the time that they're going to be there. Wizkid is going to be performing on the Friday, the first day of the festival, September 1st. He's going to be, he's going to be our talent on stage on Friday. And then on Sunday, we got Wycliffe Jean, September 3rd. He's going to be on stage. So at least we got these two people. And then we are also, talking in negotiations with some other artists who are willing to come and perform. So basically, these are the two most important performers that we have recruited so far, or shall I say, they have consented, to come and participate. And those of you who don't know them, please Google them and then even listen to some of their repertoires that they have put out there. They have fantastic, performance, and also the fact that they attract a large group of audiences. So those are the two that we know for sure. I hope I answered your question. Okay, so talking about the festival again, when you come to the festival, you are going to get different parts of the festival section off. When I say section off, doesn't mean you cannot get into a particular section without the other. No, it's one huge village, transformed, into a huge, I kept, missing my words. We are simulating a large village, like as if you are in Africa, and different parts of the marketplace, we have different names for them. And the names are African ancient names. Say, for instance, if you go to the food court, we call it Bank of the Nile. And because of the water in the Nile itself, it's a fertile land. Anybody who lives around there, they use the water to plant, to grow food and everything. So we therefore, designate that area. If you're looking for food, we call that area Bank of the Nile. Now, if you are interested in something like something I have on this show tonight or this evening, you go to another area called Kush, and the Kush is another Asian empire names of in the good old days, and that's where you get what we call wearable arts, where you meet the designers who actually design the clothes. Like the one I have on, you may get the chance, to meet the particular designer, and even if you try some clothing on and it doesn't fit, some of them have their machines right there. They can tailor it, they can alter it for you, and then you can come back the next day or within few hours, to get it. So you are going to go to the Kush area to be able to get all these various, wearable arts. When I say wearable, it doesn't necessarily have to be just clothing. You can also get jewelry because, especially our ladies, when they buy some clothing, they want accessories to go with it. So in that same area, you will find fine jewelries, and actually you're meeting the people who actually crafted those jewelries to go to complement the dresses that you just bought. And things like that. So we got them all within the same area, and these are the areas where we call wearable arts. Now, if you are interested in what we call the art and craft, and you are interested in figurines, furniture, home decor, we have two big villages in the festival on the festival grounds. One is called Songay. Again, another Asian empire. Songay Empire. Well known, very popular. In those days, we're talking thousands of years back. They were very, very prominent in terms of developments and so on and so forth in Africa. So you go to that area of the festival called Songay, and Songay you can get all the art and craft that you needed, any kind of furniture that you need. The same thing goes with another area within the festival. In fact, they're almost they're not opposite, but they are on the same line. From 51st Street and Cottage Grove all the way up to St. Lawrence. Those of you who are familiar with Chicago, you can see where, how far these two villages go. The second village is called, Timbuktu. And Timbuktu starts from 51st Street of Cottage Grove, and it stops in the middle of the festival where the tennis courts are. And then from there starts Songay, and that's the area where you can get anything we call art and craft, African art and craft, figurines, furnitures, you name it, and especially those of you who have large homes and you're looking for accentuated African artifacts to really accentuate your house. This is a place for you to come. This is a place for you to come. You go to that area. And now don't forget, when you come to the festival, we have a program book and a map of the grounds. So when you are being given those maps, please get them. Don't think it's just another flyer. It's actually a form of direction for you to look at where you want to go. And then we have that program book. We have a list of all the vendors who are going to participate at the festival in that program book. It has the schedule of everybody that's going to be on stage. It also tells you where to find all kinds of things that you are interested in, because it's a big festival grounds. We don't want you to be walking around, not knowing where to go. So when you look at that program book, it at least gives you a sense of direction as to where to go to be able to find what you're looking for. Once you are able to finish your actual shopping and you just want to walk around, then you can do so. But we don't want you to waste too much time wondering where to go. So therefore, that program book is very, very important. You need to use them as a guide for you to be able to navigate your way, through the festival. And again, talking about festival, it's a family affair. So it's not something like, oh, I'm going to leave the kids behind and, I'm going to look for a babysitter. No, you don't have to do all that. Bring the kids with you. We have a pavilion called Children's Pavilion. We have all kinds of programs for the children, interactive programs and everything. So you can bring your children with you and they will be part and parcel of that particular program in the Children's Pavilion. We have all kinds of other areas. We have another area called the Health Pavilion, where we have our sponsors who are going to come down there and talk to you about your health. Some of them bring all kinds of stuff. Some of them, some years past, they even brought some bikes that you can ride on, and based upon that, they measure your heart rate and so on and so forth, just for them to give you some health, very, very important information regarding your health. So we have a pavilion there called Health Pavilion. So you need to visit that place too. And at times we do have, it's also at times where we do have people there to answer a lot of questions. Based upon whoever the sponsors are, they may have a doctor or somebody, a professional person who is well versed as far as health is concerned to answer some of your questions. Now, talking about pavilions, we also have an area called the Book Pavilion. The book pavilions are people, who are interested in showcasing, their books. Some of you are writers, you are good writers, and so this is another opportunity for you to come. Not only you're going to be coming down to vend, about your books, but we'll also put you in the book pavilion to talk about your books, the books that you've written or your upcoming book that you are about to publish. We will give you that particular opportunity for you to talk to our patrons, as to your upcoming books or the books that you've already written, and then you tell them the story behind your writing of those books. So that's an area called the book pavilion. Okay. Now the other pavilions that we have is the what we call African Heritage Pavilion. The African Heritage Pavilion is where, when you go down there, we have different countries from Africa who present their country to our patrons. So in a particular day, you may be talking to some people about Ghana, where I was born and raised. You can come into that. When you look at your schedule, if they're giving a seminar, you can go down there and then listen to it. Some of them, at times, they do show videos, and they have presenters that will give you a presentation. If you have any questions, you can ask them. You can ask them. You can ask them those questions about Ghana. The same thing goes with any other countries that are going to be featured within the African Heritage Pavilion. So we got Uganda, we got Tanzania, Zimbabwe, you name it. Talking about Zimbabwe, Zimbabweans have a particular tribe called the Shona tribe. The Shona tribes are well known for stone carvings. And if you're looking for those carvings, and statuettes, they are very heavy, very durable. They are well known for, this particular type of stones. They have all kinds of stones. They have the spring stones. They have a serpentine. They have, just to name a few. They have all these stones, and you'll be surprised how they'll carve through these stones. They carve all kinds of images out of these stones, and they look very, very beautiful. I wish I have a sample here to show you, but I didn't bring any, But again, we are trying to get you to get ready for the festival. This is not going to be the last program that we're going to be having. We're going to be coming back, to tell you more, and we'll bring some samples, to show you some of the things that you are going to be seeing at the festival. And just talking about those stones, there's an area within the festival, called Nubia. Okay, the Nubia area is fine arts. Okay, fine arts are places where you find a bunch of artists who are into, they do their own portraits. They do fine art work. Some of them, they do the work right there on the spot. You can see them with their paints, with their brushes, creating all kinds of images on a canvas. Some of them on you name it, all kinds of medium. The same area you can find, some of these already made stones that I was talking to you about from Zimbabwe. So that's the area that you need to go, the Nubia area called the fine arts, section. Now, the other side of it, and because I didn't want to forget, I want you to please call in. You see the screen, the number on your screen. Call that number, and then if you have any questions, please stop me and ask the question, please. So don't let me just keep going, because this is an interactive program that I'm here to talk to you about the festival, and we're going to be talking throughout, this month all the way, up to when the festival is going to actually start. Okay, so again, the date for the festival is September 1st through the 4th. September 1st through the 4th. It's a 4-day event. It starts at 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so those of you who are planning to come, please do so. Mark your calendar, September 1st through the 4th, Labor Day weekend. Labor Day weekend. We attract, all kinds of people from all over. Now, this is considered the largest neighborhood festival in the city of Chicago. Is the largest neighborhood festival in the city of Chicago. We attract over 300 exhibitors. 300 exhibitors from all over the world. From here, from Africa, from the Caribbean, you name it. And everything else, shows what we do. Now, in closing, I got a few more minutes to end this program. I'm going to quickly go and show you our website. Again, is the website is going to look like this. I just let me see. This is our website, okay, and it's aihusa.org, aihusa.org. So try and get to the website and you get more information about pricing, about everything. That's where you go and you get all the details, from the website. So that is our website. If you see this image, you know you're on the right, website, and click the appropriate buttons, So again, I'm very happy to be with you this evening. We hope to meet again, and we shall be talking more about the festival, and it will bring you more information as to the other artists who are going to participate and bring you some samples that we're going to be seeing at the festival. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, talking about wrap up, I thought I guess I was too quick in trying to get off the screen. Again, I would like to take this opportunity to say that please be watching, us on this CAN TV station. We are going to be talking to you over the period between now and the festival. We'll bring you more information about what's happening, what's going to take place and what's going to be happening. And I'm going to show you quickly, those of you who are just now coming in, or you're catching us on the tail end. These are some of the artists that are going to perform. We have Wizkid, Taylor Bennett, Wizkid, and then we have Wycliffe Jean, who's also going to be performing. Wizkid is going to be there Friday, and Wycliffe is going to be there on Sunday. So again, these are some of the artists that we're going to be showcasing. We got more coming, and the more we get them, we will definitely let you know about it, and we'll be coming back again, like I said, between now and around the end of August, before the festival. We will be coming to this station, and so stay tuned. I believe we're gonna be here every Wednesday, from 6 p.m. to 6:20. Okay, or 6:30, I believe. So this is our program. So we're gonna be here every Wednesday, every week. So we will bring you more information, and if there's gonna be any changes, we will let you know. However, we are going to, so stay tuned and watch us every Wednesday between 6 and 6:30. We are going to be here to talk more about the festival, and if you have any calls and everything that you are interested in, we will definitely open the lines, for you to call us. Again, this is our website. This is how the website looks like, and again, the website is aihusa, our country USA.org, O-R-G. When you get there, follow the prompt. You click on there's 3 lines on the right hand corner. You click on those lines, and then it will be a drop down, and then once you get to the drop down, you click on the African Festival of the Arts, and then from there you can follow the prompts and all the buttons, the appropriate buttons that you are interested in, be it whether you're a vendor, a sponsor, or you name it. We have the appropriate information for you to click on, and then you get the information. And also, if you want to reach us, you can call us at 773-955-2787, 773-955-2787. So again, I'm very happy to be here this evening to talk to you about the African Festival of the Arts. I'm so excited, and those of you who have been coming all these years, we thank you. We thank you very much for your support. And those of you who have heard about us and you haven't made it yet, please make it, mark your calendar and make it a point to come and experience Africa within those 4 days. Again, thank you very much, and I will be seeing you soon.